insist on being in every single video. What's up, new wavers? She is looking at me like I have mental illness. Well, I do. What's up, new wavers? If I seem a little higher energy in this video, it's because I am. Hi Betty. I did not take any substances. I am just running on good old-fashioned sleep deprivation. So you probably see just a crazed look in my eye. I am super excited to bring this video today. The reason why I think it's like 5:30 or something. It's stupid o'clock at this point. That's what I like to call it. Basically, I am wide awake because I go on my road trip this week. I'll have to say bye to my girls for now. Anyway, I am really excited. I don't know if this trend is actually still floating around on YouTube. I don't really care. I just saw Danny Elfman actually do this trend, and I wanted to do it too. So this is as you could already tell from the title, a what's in my bag.
I may well have a gun in my bag
video. I remember a long time ago, it was like circa 2015, 2016, every single YouTuber was doing a what's in my bag. I think it died off for a little bit and then it came back and I saw Danny Elfman do it and I was like, I have to do this. It was perfect timing. I literally leave for this giant road trip that I'm basically doing across the southeastern United States in approximately an hour and a half. I take my two girls to their wonderful pet sitter and I am going to several places. I'm so excited. I'm going to several places in East Texas, Louisiana, and Mississippi. And I cannot wait to bring you guys the content of what's actually, oh God, I'm both sleep deprived, so I'm a little loopy. I'm sleep deprived. I'm also very anxious because I have no idea what's gonna go on. I'm basically a really creepy looking gay man that's venturing into the deep south, so what's the worst that could happen? Anyway, for this video, I am going to do a what's in my bag Paranormal Investigator edition. So I have been frantically packing for probably the last 30 minutes. Recently, I heard a term that was used on a podcast that I listened to called crack pack. And that's basically where you realize that you were leaving for a trip the morning of, and you realize that you haven't packed yet. You basically just throw everything inside. So my version of crack packing / crack unpacking will be you guys seeing what I bring with me to a paranormal investigation. Now, admittedly, I don't really take many road trips as often as I really want to because I have that very wanderlust spirit. I don't know why the fuck I'm doing this. But I am going to basically show you guys what a paranormal investigator typically takes with them on a overnight investigation. So let's unpack it, shall we? This because I want you guys to see my music in the background. Look at this, look. You guys remember, I am no fashion blogger by any means. I don't really keep up with the trends. I do have a guilty pleasure for high-end brands, and that's well, not only, but that's one of the biggest reasons why I love high-end brands is because they last. The 2016 was 8 years ago. Math. The math is not mathing. Michael Kors set. Look at it. All of the pieces I use to this day. There's a laptop satchel also that kind of came with the collection as a gift. I still use it. It still works. It's still blowing and going. So let's start with the very first thing that I'd like to show you guys that is in my bag. Coleman Lantern. Wow. I thought I couldn't be any paler, but I'm just as translucent as the ghost that I hunt. But yes, this is I need to stop turning this on. That is intense. This is a Coleman Lantern. I think it was $25. Basically, there's gonna be a lot of walking, through the woods that paranormal investigators do. A lot of the times we'll wind up in buildings without electricity, and you guys saw how freaking bright it was, and so I'm just gonna, yeah. Walmart, 25 bucks. The next thing I would like to show you guys is my EMF detector. I'm so stupid today. I just got this. Are there any magnetic waves? But basically, if you don't know what this is, every paranormal investigator should have one. I repeat, if you are thinking about becoming an investigator, every paranormal investigator needs to have one of these. It's super cheap. I got it on Amazon for 13 bucks. You're supposed to basically scan this and see if there's any radioactivity, if there's any magnetic waves. This machine will actually pick up on it. I will actually show you the next thing that goes along perfectly with this. So the third thing I wanted to actually show you that is in my bag is a phone. That's Boy George, if you couldn't tell on my wallpaper. But basically, I got a cheap version of a second phone because if you guys didn't already notice, I'm doing a lot of these paranormal investigations alone by myself. I need all of the angles that I could possibly get for an investigation. And the reason why this is linked to this is because, whoa, look at that. Watch this. Hey Siri. But yes, I got a second phone actually to get as many angles and shots and memory, because that's definitely a thing. Phones and cameras can only hold so much memory, so if you have multiple devices, then it's definitely worth it. All right, so the fourth thing, this is a spirit box. It's giving 1990s. Hello.
Omega Beta Zeta.
This is a spirit box, and basically every paranormal investigator needs to have in their bag. Basically how this works, you turn it on and it scans radio frequencies like so. It said therapy. I'm hearing a lot of shit, but yeah. That is a spirit box. Every person who investigates ghosts needs one of these, as I pretend to be Mary Poppins and just pull out an entire empire out of my bag. The next thing I would like to show you that is in my bag, this is a vulnerability moment. Do not come for me in the comment section because I know how y'all are sometimes. Yes, ghost hunting for beginners. In the broad scheme of things, I am actually still a beginner in ghost hunting. I recommend some kind of manual, some kind of guide that will basically just be with you as you're conducting a paranormal investigation. I love this particular book. A very dear friend gave this to me. It talks about audio, it talks about video, it talks about the process of an investigation. Highly recommend this. Why am I including a fan in my What's in My Bag Paranormal Investigation Edition video? That was a mouthful. That one actually took me 5 tries. Reason why I'm actually including this is because it's hot. Right now it is May in Texas, and I'm going to be in Louisiana and Mississippi in the next 48 hours. And if you haven't already heard, it gets pretty hot in the southeastern part of the United States. Next! I am fading fast. I don't know how I'm gonna drive all the way to Mississippi on like 0.00 hours of sleep, but we're just gonna make it work. The next thing that I wanna actually show you guys in my What's in My Bag is this GoPro and accompanying charger. I am not too impressed with this. The sound quality is pretty poor. I only recommend this if you're actually going to use it and like mount it somewhere. That TV show Fear on MTV, where they used to like wear these on their head back in the day. If you know, you know. But yes, this is a GoPro. This is another thing that I'm actually taking with me. I'm using altogether 3 cameras for this entire road trip situation. And a GoPro is never not okay to have. Double negative. A GoPro is always okay to have. Okay, so I don't actually recommend this brand very much. What are the kids saying nowadays? It's mid. Like, I sound so old.
What's your arm, Blanche?
It's very middle grade. It's not great quality, but it's also not horrible quality. It's basically there if you need a camera. Hi, Betty. Hi, Betty. Next thing that I like to show you guys that is in my bag is, looks a little inappropriate, but I promise it's not. It's a wonderful tripod. The other tripod that I'm actually using is this one right here. Hi, Betty. I'm actually taking this one with me as well as this one. When you are setting up footage, wow. But when you are setting up footage, you basically need as many tripods as possible. Because again, when you're on a paranormal investigation, you might be in a building with no electricity, you might be in a building with no furniture, you might just be in a building where there's not that many angles to shoot unless you have a tripod. The brand is Ulanzi. But this is one of my favorites because it's so small, it gets the job done, it does this, you can do this, it's fun, you can twirl, you can spread your legs apart.
It's fun. You can twirl. You can move in it.
Oh.
You can spread your legs apart.
And it sounds really, really weird to say, but this was my very first tripod that I ever got, and I named her Tana because I love Tana Mojo. But yes, tripods, definitely two things that I am taking with me. Next. Ow. Okay, I'm just gonna goth flex for a second. I love this so much. It's a little makeup bag. You already know what it is. Another very dear friend, the same friend that gave me the Ghost Hunting for Beginners book, also gave me this. She surprised me with this thing on my last investigation that we went on together. This isn't actually the thing that I wanted to show you, but I just, I had to flex because I love this thing so much. I don't know where she got it. I need to ask, but oh my God, obsessed. But the thing that is in this Ouija bag is my migraine medication. I really shouldn't be laughing about migraines and, migraines. I shouldn't be laughing at migraines. The reason why that I'm taking this actually is because in certain situations where I'm really, really overstimulated, which is a lot of times on many investigations that I've been on, but it's best to have migraine medication. And if you do get migraines, have these nearby. This is an off-brand of Excedrin because even countesses love bargains. But it's an off-brand of Excedrin. What I love about this is that it actually has caffeine in it. So not only does it have acetaminophen in it to kill the pain in your head, but it also gives you caffeine to keep you going. And I will actually be probably taking a few of these on my road trip today. Also inside of this has a couple of my happy pills. Since I'm gonna be away for several days, this is the only enclosed place that I can actually keep my antidepressants is with my migraine medication. Next. I am making a mess. Now, I'm not asking you to immediately go to whatever place that you are investigating and light this up and smudge everything. That's not what I'm doing at all. What I am saying is when you leave, you ask the spirits to not follow you home. And if you are using anything like any equipment, it's best to say you get back to your hotel room. You light this up and you smudge your equipment. You light it up and then you wave it over the whatever equipment that you use because again, things can attach themselves to whatever kind of object that you are using on an investigation. I can't stress this enough. Take this with you. The last thing that I want to show you guys that is in my What's in My Bag video. You might have already seen my 13 tips for paranormal investigators video. If you haven't, link is below. And you've already watched the video, you'll remember that one of my very, very important tips that I tell everybody to do when they go investigate spirits is take something with you that feels protective. Again, take something with you that feels protective. This can be anything. It can be an amulet. It can be a necklace. It can be a pendant. It can be something that your great grandmother gave you. To me, I have amethyst. And I have a little tiny little bag of stones that I have a lot of dear friends. Another good friend of mine, that sounds a lot better. Another good friend of mine actually gave me a long time ago. And this is a bag of stones. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, these are a bag of stones that basically a lot of stones that are in this random assortment have been given to me from just different walks of life, different situations. I'm not a gem expert by any means, but every single one of these means something. This is turquoise and it's a in the shape of an angel. This, I believe, is rose quartz. I don't know what this is, but it feels positive because there's a fucking golden unicorn on it. All of these are basically the things that I take with me when I go on a paranormal investigation to feel protected. I hope you enjoyed my What's in My Bag Paranormal Investigator edition. That's always a mouthful. Sorry if I seem loopy and loony and out of control. I am just running on no sleep. Team no sleep. But yeah, I have no sleep, and that's probably due to sheer adrenaline, knowing that I'm about to be on the road in probably an hour and a half, going to a string of investigations that are outside of my state. I hope you enjoyed the unpacking, or whatever the fuck YouTubers call it. I hope this was an educational experience too to people who are thinking about becoming paranormal investigators but have no idea what to bring with them. And if you're interested in my haunted road trip tour de farce, tour de whatever the fuck, please like, comment, share, and most importantly, if we vibe, subscribe. Mwah. Thank you, new waivers. Next! Whoosh. I so pale.